Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about a very important topic, and that is, if you're so good at trading, why aren't you a billionaire yet? If I got a cent for every time someone asked me or a good trader that question, I'd be a billionaire just from that question being asked, let alone needing to trade. But in this video, we're going to cover it off because it's a little bit of a literally understood kind of phenomenon here in the crypto space, and I just wanted to kind of sit here and explain it to you guys. Now, can you make money from trading crypto or foreign exchange or stocks? Absolutely you can. Is it a high alpha game? Yes, absolutely it is. Will it make you a billionaire? Probably not. The probability stats don't suggest that you're going to become a billionaire trading crypto. And in this video, I'm going to try to break down for you guys why that is the case. Now, in order to do that, we need to understand the dynamics of building wealth, because the reality is it's a line, right? It's a timeline. And if we take the people on the left hand side, which is those with less funds, little funds, they want to make a huge return, right? They need an activity that is going to take $1 and put them in the big leagues, right? At least get them to $100, if not 1K. And so if you're looking for a vehicle that's going to get you something like that, you need a high alpha vehicle, right? You need something that's going to give you outsized returns than the market. And then you can go along this number line. And on the other end of the number line, you're going to have somebody who's very, very rich, right? Somebody who's very, very rich who doesn't care to risk their whole bag. They do not care to do something super, super risky, because the fact of the matter is, for them, getting 2 to 3% per annum on their bond portfolio or their real estate portfolio or their mutual fund portfolio is going to set them up for life, because they've got hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars to put into these funds. So it's very important to understand that every area, and there's lots of different options you have along this wealth building number line, is there for a reason, and you need to use the right one based on where you're at. Now, for me, I like trading because trading provides a really good alpha impact. Right? Can you get yourself to $1 million trading crypto? Yes. And you can even do so from this level. You could start from relatively nothing, not being bought into wealth like me, and working yourself a part-time job to make your first $100, $200, $1,000, $2,000, and you can start this mission of trading, right? And that's enough to get you into the realms of at least making one, and some people, of course, do very well and make $10 million trading crypto. You can do it, right? It's proven. People are out there doing it. Now, are you going to become necessarily a billionaire trading crypto? The evidence suggests that's not likely the case. I don't know of any billionaires who are trading crypto day to day, trading altcoins out of a descending triangle pattern. No, that's not what you see, right? The billionaires in real estate, they're building businesses, they're doing all these other things. But that doesn't mean you poop on something which could be a good vehicle for you. Because the reality is, if you play this game of trading to get you from this league into this league, you can always then diversify your wealth, right? If you were trading crypto up until this point, and then maybe in the second half of your game, you become more an investor. You have so much money that maybe you focus more on your long-term portfolio, right? Your long portfolio, you focus more on staking. Maybe you buy a crypto company, right? The game changes for you as you build wealth. And I think this is where people get it twisted. When I'm trading crypto, and I like to think of myself as a very good trader. If you guys haven't followed my trades in the Telegram, you can do so. I share every one of my trades publicly. I show you my hit rate. I show you when I hit stop losses, when I hit take profits. It's all there transparent. I like to think I'm one of the better traders in the world right now in terms of crypto, and the evidence suggests that. But that being said, I can't just go and trade $1 billion in crypto today. No. My psychology would not enable me to do so. Through all the years of trading, I've built up my muscle, my trading muscle, to be able to handle $1, $10, $1,000, $10,000, $100,000. But when you start getting to the bigger boy trades, and I'm talking about on a single trade, putting $1 million on a single altcoin trade, putting $10 million on a single trade, let alone $100 million and $1 billion on these trades, that's not a level I'm at. Right? That's not a level which anybody can just go, oh, if you're good at trading, why are you not a billionaire overnight? Because it's not that easy. Your psychology changes. Your mindset changes. Just because you're a good trader in this area here, it doesn't mean you can trade in this area. And that's not even taking into account liquidity, the opportunity to trade. I mean, how do you get in and out of a small cap crypto coin with $10 million? That's a separate conversation, right? That's a whole different game. It's not the same game we're playing, trading with modest amounts. Right? So it's important to understand that there is a wealth timeline here, and you need to understand where are you on this timeline and play it accordingly, right? Don't snub trading if you're sat here with $1,000. Right? If you on the other hand are already at $100 million or even $10 million, let's say you're here with $10 million, you could forego trading maybe. You can say, you know what, I just want to focus on my long-term portfolio. I want to focus on staking. I want to make sure I'm in the right position to compound that. I'd love to even just, 20% per annum would be great for me. 20% per annum, would be absolutely fantastic for me as somebody with a $10 million portfolio. Maybe that's the decision you make. But then the guy sitting here with $1 billion is going, hang on, you crazy guy. To this guy, he's looking at this guy saying, you're crazy. You're taking such a crazy risk to make 20% per annum. I'll take less risk and I'm happy taking 10% or 7% or 8%. You see how the game goes? The further you go down the money number line, the less likely you're to risk it all. When you start out in crypto or business even, this is more just business advice, you need to risk it all, right? If you're sitting there on $1, how are you going to make money without risking $1? You're not. You're going to have to risk everything. Same with 1K. You're not really going to make money, right, from going from 1K to 10K without risking the full 1K. Whereas if you're a billionaire, you don't need to risk your whole billion to make money. You don't. You can risk a percentage of it. You can take really safe decisions and still build wealth and compound your wealth over time. So again, you need to understand where are you on this curve, and particularly in the low to mid areas of this curve, right? Let's highlight it from here. This part of this curve is super powerful for trading, right? Trading is super good to quickly take you through the realms. It can quickly get you to 1 to 10 million. If you want to go beyond there, it starts getting a lot more challenging. Like I said, you need to have your long-term portfolio. You need to be a little bit more strategic. You're going to have troubles with, just getting into trades and liquidity, and things become a lot more sophisticated. But if you're just starting the game, what a great vehicle, right? It requires low time. It's quick, right? It's not like building a business and taking 10 years. It's quick. You can do it without staff. You don't need staff. You can do it in your bedroom, right? It gives good quality of life. So for many reasons, trading is a great tool. But if any person comes up to you and says, oh, if you're such a good trader, you should be at 100 million by now, you should be at $1 billion right now, just send them this video and say, guys, you just don't know what you're talking about. Because anybody who says that fundamentally doesn't understand how wealth is created. In the early days, when you've got very little wealth, you need to take big risks. And as you grow more and more wealth, as you do really, really well and start building your wealth along this number line, you can take less risk. The crazy degens will continue to take risk, right? The guys who have 10 million that are acting like they have nothing and still taking risk trying to turn that into $1 billion, good for them. They can do that. The problem is 9 times out of 10, they're going to go that way. They're going to waste all their money, go back to, like Monopoly, go back to start or whatever it is, go back to jail, and then you have to start building your way again. So the smart person just slowly compounds. They just slowly compound. They start here, they build, they get to the next level, they graduate, they keep building. And as they go down this line, as they go further down this number line, they de-risk. They do things which are less risky. They chase less risk. So maybe at the beginning you're going for a 1000x. Maybe they start moving down to 100x. Then soon they're just happy with a 10x. And if you speak to a billionaire, if you can generate him, 6 to 7% per annum like the S&P does, they're super happy with that. They'll bite your finger off. In fact, even 2% on a bond portfolio, they're happy to take that at billionaire level. So there you have it, guys. There's a breakdown of why not just, every single trader can't just be a billionaire just because you can read the market. I read the market pretty well. Doesn't mean I can just suddenly turn on $1 billion trades overnight and just keep rinsing and repeating. Doesn't quite work like that. If it did, things would be a lot easier. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you found this useful. If you like this type of content, smash up likes. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want to see another topic on this video, remember this channel is about the deep dives, the geeky stuff, the nerdy stuff, the whiteboards. Let me know in the comments below what topic you want me to cover off. And if it gets enough thumbs up, we'll get a video spun out for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.